It is 4 p.m. We're bringing developing news and the stories behind the headlines. This is Storycon, the Story Conference. I'm Ed Lingao. The headlines is Friday, September 12. The International Criminal Court, or the ICC prosecution, rejects former President Duterte's bid to indefinitely postpone his trial over crimes against humanity. In a redacted version of its response, the ICC prosecutor's office says the proceedings against Mr. Duterte cannot be adjourned indefinitely on the basis of the defense's reports, which were found unacceptable. The prosecution adds that it is, and we quote, in the process of engaging its own experts to assist in determining Mr. Duterte's fitness to take part in the pretrial proceedings and to stand trial. The ICC is also asking for additional information regarding Duterte's health. It accepts that an adjournment may be necessary, but, and we quote again, any delay should be limited to the time required for the chamber to expeditiously render its decision on the fitness of Mr. Duterte. Recall that lawyer Nicholas Kaufman says his client is unfit to stand trial due to cognitive impairment. In a pleading submitted September 11, Kaufman says Duterte can no longer recall events, locations, dates, or even members of his immediate family. The lead defense counsel explains that Duterte is now unable to understand the nature of his charges and can no longer comprehend the reason for his detention. Before this, Duterte's daughter, Kitty Duterte, downplayed his health issues, saying her father is, and we quote, pretty strong for an 80-year-old, and that there is no reason to worry. Back here at home, different groups staged protests across the country today over alleged corruption in flood control projects. In Quezon City, students of the University of the Philippines walked out of their classrooms wearing black shirts to condemn what they called rampant graft and misuse of public funds. The rally was authorized by the UP Chancellor and deans of the various colleges. Students also cited long-delayed DPWH projects inside the university, including the unfinished Faculty Center and a new College of Arts and Letters building. In Pasay City, members of the group Bunyog Pagkakaisa gathered outside the Senate. They threw eggs at a tarpaulin showing the faces of Senators Jinggoy Estrada and Joel Villanueva. Estrada and Villanueva have been linked to an alleged kickback scheme involving flood control projects, allegations that both senators have so far denied. And down south, Partido Lakas ng Masa or PLM held a protest in Cebu City. The group expressed anger over corruption in flood control projects and what they called injustice. And here are the other stories we're watching at this hour. Public Works Secretary Vince Dizon says dismissal orders have been prepared against former DPWH Bulacan Assistant District Engineer Bryce Hernandez and Construction Sector Head JP Mendoza. The agency has also blacklisted St. Timothy Construction, owned by the Discaya family. Meantime, Dizon says cases will continue to be filed while President Marcos's Independent Commission on Infrastructure is being established. Another dismissal at the DPWH. Attorney Mikhail Tupas from the agency's legal service. A security guard has accused Tupas of cursing him and having him arrested after being denied entry to a subdivision. Dizon says the guard and his wife will file a formal complaint against Tupas before the DPWH. The Manila Regional Trial Court, or RTC Branch 12, has allowed former Negros Oriental Congressman Arnolfo Arnie Teves Jr. to post bail in a 2019 murder case. The case involves the killings of Miguel Dungog and former provincial board member Lester Bato, who was the bodyguard of a Basay mayoralty candidate. Despite the bail grant, Teves remains in detention because he faces other cases, including multiple murder charges over the killing or assassination of Negros Oriental Governor Roel Legamo. Staff from the Office of the Vice President were a no-show in today's budget hearing at the House of Representatives. The OVP was expected to defend its proposed 903.6 million peso budget for 2026, a 21% increase from last year's 744 million peso allocation. The House has rescheduled the OVP budget hearing to Tuesday, while VP Sara Duterte confirming her attendance. And Japan has pledged to continue financing key infrastructure projects in the Philippines, including the second San Juanico Bridge, the Parañaque Spillway, and a Coast Guard facility in Subic. The Finance Department says the commitment was reiterated during a meeting in Osaka between DOF Secretary Ralph Recto and Japanese officials on September 11. Japan remains the country's top official development assistance provider, with over 805 billion pesos in commitments, including support for transportation, flood control, and peace initiatives in Mindanao. And joining us today, Storycon's resident political pundit, Tito Rol Llamas, who is now mobile. Mukhang nasa EDSA ka pa, no?
Yes, so near and yet so far.
Nata-traffic ka ba dahil sa Friday?
Yeah, Friday is one of the worst days. So
Yeah.
every day is a bad day para sa traffic. No?
Only in varying degrees, di ba?
Nasaan si Principal?
May pinanggalingan. So, di ba, may excuse slip naman si Principal eh.
At least hindi ako mapapagalitan.
Yung isa nating Principal, from the Philippine Star, Editor-in-Chief Ami Pamintuan. Ami.
Hi. Happy Friday.
Happy
Malapit
weekend.
na. Weekend na. Weekend. Happy weekend.
Yes, it is a
Masaya ka na.
weekend. And it looks like a busy weekend too. Mukhang may mga rally
It's
bukas.
going to be a busy weekend.
Oh, may rally
Good day.
bukas.
In fact, ang pinaghahandaan yung yung pangbukas, yung pangbukas yung medyo umaasa sila na baka magkagulo.
Hindi umaasa, ikaw naman. I think that's the wrong choice of words.
Sila.
Naghahanda sila.
Naghahanda ko sakasakali.
Pag sinabi
Although yung mga
umaasa.
ngayon malalaki ha.
Ano, Bok?
Yung ngayon doon sa UP, malaki. Nakita mo yung
UP yun eh. Pangalawa, mga estudyanteng galing sa classroom yun eh. So, alam mo naman sa UP, di ba? Pag sinabi, alika na, sama-sama
Pero medyo
tayo.
malaki yan.
Gusto mag-absent? Yun ba ibig mo sabihin, Ed?
I'm not saying anything, I'm just implying it.
Medyo malaki yung yung gathering sa UP.
What we expect tomorrow is Maisog.
Yes, that's a pro-Duterte group.
It's a Duterte group or a pro-Duterte group. That's for the 13th. Tapos on the 21st,
Yes.
that's Sunday next week. Sunday next week pa.
Martial anniversary.
Will be the group of CSOs. I understand si May Paneran Company. Si May Paneran nga, naghanap siya ng naghanap siya ng buhaya prop para sa kanyang costume. There you go.
Ayan,
A trillion peso march.
peso march.
That's the one.
Yung bukas, mga anti-Duterte yan.
Yan na nga.
Ano, Tito Ronald?
Anti-Duterte ba yun?
Anti-Duterte yan sa People Power Monument.
Sa People Power, oo.
Teka,
Bukas.
akala ko may sug yung bukas. Ano ba talaga?
Hindi, meron silang separate.
Iba pa
Pero-
yun.
Pero nang may sug.
Iba pa yun.
Maraming orgs ang sabay-sabay eh.
Okay.
Tulad today, sabay-sabay, 3-4 na grupos.
Okay, good you clear that up. So tomorrow, merong grupo sa People Power Monument. That is what group?
Halo-halo yan. Clergy for Good Governance, Tindig Pilipinas,
Okay.
Akbayan, etc.
Okay. Okay. So it's that group sa People Power Monument at what time tomorrow?
Umaga hanggang hapon yan eh.
Umagang hapon. Tapos meron pang grupo na maisug. Saan naman yung maisug? Would you know?
Sa kanya yan, sa Luneta yata sila.
So, okay, mahirap sa Luneta. Malaki-laki venue yun, ha?
Oo.
Oo. Pero
Okay.
naman halos pare-pareho naman yung nila eh. Di ba yung mga target ng mga protesta? I mean, pare-parehong personality except nagkakaiba yung isang grupo, merong, yung isang grupo, mas makikita natin na medyo pro-Duterte nga.
Medyo?
Pero yung iba, pare-pareho halos eh. Di ba?
Anti-corruption, pero yung iba, anti-Marcos corruption lang. Yung mga Duterte.
Yan, ganon. Merong mga special focus. Yun lang naman.
So, may
Pero
nuancing,
yung
kumbaga, may
personality is
nuancing.
the same. May konting nuancing, may political nuancing.
So people, take your pick. You have multiple choices tomorrow. Just make sure that you
Bakasyon naman
pick your
Sabado.
right, pick your right group.
Parang fast food.
Para fast food. No? Siguro lang po ninyo na tama pipiliin yung grupo kasi kung magkamala kayo ng pili, baka mamaya ma-trouble kayo hindi oras.
Cafeteria.
Parang sa 21, tatlong grupo yon, iba-iba.
Yung sa 21, saan gagawin? Sa Luneta, di ba?
Iba-iba rin.
Iba-iba rin.
Itong
iba-iba rin.
trillion peso march, saan to? EDSA People Power. Oo, ito yung EDSA People Power. Okay.
Yan yung multi-sectoral yan. Civil society yan, church leaders, civil society.
Yung, Ronald, yung grupong anim ba yun? Saan yun?
Kasama yun sa bukas at saka sa 21, just sa trillion peso march.
Yung,
mga retired generals.
Mga retired generals, mga retired na sundalo at saka police.
Kaming mga retired na political heckler. Pero kami
retired
sarili.
ka na ba?
Hindi ka pa retired eh. Umaarangkada na nga eh.
Pero kami sarili. Dito kami sa TB5. 1PH mag-rally.
So, ikaw, si Manny Mog, si mga ano, mga
Lord Rivera.
yung mga may edad, no?
yung mga laos na.
Yung mga senior moment.
Mga laos. Akit na ako dyan.
Sige. Si Ami muna, tanongin ko sa Ami. Ami, anong headlines nyo today? For tomorrow?
Hindi yung mga rally, saka ni-recall. Sabi ni Senator Ping Lacson, tuloy yung Blue Ribbon hearings niya. Kahit mag-form nung committee, nung independent committee na hanggang ngayon wala pang confirmation.
Yung ICI,
kung
Independent
certain
Commission on
persons
Infrastructure.
niya na nabanggit na ang magiging membro. Tapos yung interesting, ni-recall yung anak pala ng
Si
ng
Maglangke.
mayor ng Oo. Labor attaché pala siya sa LA. Wow. Ganda ng posting.
Macy Monique
Ni-recall siya
Maglangke
dahil
from her LA Post.
Macy Maglangke na tatanungin nga tungkol diyan sa possible conflict of interest diyan sa mga flood control project to rin.
Kanya yung
Yan yung mga
MBB, no?
dagdag ko.
MBB, yung binanggit ni Lacson, yung MBB Company Corporation.
Saka interesting yung yung excuse ni ni Duterte, meron siyang cognitive decline. Dapat gawing parusa yung yung mga pag nakikita yan sa may test yan may lab test yan for dementia, for Alzheimer's. Makikita dyan kung meron talaga
Actually,
pag nagsisinungaling, dapat gawing aggravating circumstance yun
Actually, that's the big story. I think that's going to be the big story for today and going on into the next few days. Kasi with that kind of a petition by the defense team, they're basically saying na for medical reasons, wala na kayong mahahabol sa kliyente namin.
Saka ang problema dyan, kapag yan pinagbigyan, baka maraming gumawa niyan dito. Alam mo naman dito, sa kapag nadidemanda, biglang naglalabasan yung mga wheelchair sa neck brace.
Oo.
Diba?
Pero
ngayon,
ito,
madadagdag yung dementia.
Pero Ami, ito kakaiba to.
Meron ng one of the prominent former officials na yun ang ginamit. Although, ang sabi ng mga tao malapit sa kanya, talaga daw nagka-dementia. Anyway, one of them na na-indict, hindi na tinuloy dahil nga may dementia. Pero alam ko may test yun Kasi marami kong kilalang mga elderly na testingin yan na-check yan sa utak. Kaya sabi ko nga, kapag nakitang nagsinungaling, dapat gawing aggravating circumstance kasi baka gamitin sa atin. Napakarami nating corruption case Baka lahat ng mga napailan ng kaso dyan sa pork barrel scam sabihin may dementia sila.
Hindi lang yun. Yung mga hearings lately sa Senado at sa Kongreso, ang daming, I don't recall, Your Honor.
Yun talaga dementia.
I don't recall, Your Honor.
Selective amnesia. Selective amnesia.
Yeah. But it's going to be interesting how this case progresses. Kasi yun nga I understand from what I read na so far they've made him undergo a CAT scan. Which is basically
MRI.
Basically radioactive scanning yun an MRI which is magnetic scanning. So that would enable you to peek into the brain and see how see brain activity. And that will be
Makikita
interesting
yun.
kasi
Saka kung may mga ano,
ano
kung may
yung magiging
mga
results
lamat,
nun.
may mga
Now,
ano.
my understanding as well is that yung defense medical experts have examined Duterte, and I think also meron ding medical expert appointed by the ICC has also examined Duterte. So what we're waiting for is kung magtutugma ang kanilang findings. Kasi siyempre iba yung defense examination, iba yung ICC examination.
Pwede rin mag-independent examination dahil that's Europe napaka-advanced na mga ano dyan, ng mga medical devices dyan.
Oo.
Gusto nila na third party para makita lang, yung confirmation lang, di ba? At tapos, yung cognitive decline, matagal yan, pwede abutin yan 10 to 20 years At what point can you say na hindi na fit to stand trial? Yung nag-uumpisa pa lang yung cognitive decline. Kasi hindi naman yan tuloy-tuloy Kasi if you want circumstantial evidence, yung sinabi ng anak niya, si Kitty, na wala namang problema daw yung tatay niya.
Ito
exactly.
Ito katabi ko, ikaw ba may cognitive decline ka na?
Meron. Dahil nakakalimutan ko yung mga kasalanan ko
Hindi cognitive decline yun. Hindi cognitive decline yun.
Selective amnesia.
Oo. Kaya yun na nga
Smart thinking yun.
Tanungin mo ako kung nagawa ko yung ganitong klaseng kasalanan, sasabihin ko sa iyo, nakalimutan ko.
Kaya nga. Kasi merong natural deterioration ng brain sa age,
Yeah.
So, but it doesn't mean na you're no longer fit to stand trial or to understand what you're reading. Iba-ibang stages yan
Bakit si Enrile?
Ano pa nga siya? Official pa nga natin siya. Is fit enough to be the chief presidential legal counsel.
Legal counsel pa. And that takes a lot of memory work. You're supposed to remember all the laws that he has gone through in the last 1 century.
Kaya nga, although nung remember, in-interview natin siya, Ed, hindi na nga niya matandaan yung bill na pinipirmahan niya. Remember?
Well, that's assuming that that's assuming that he really doesn't remember.
Hindi, wala namang binayin yung question na yon Nakalimutan niya talaga yung anong yon. Yung bill na pinirmahan niya.
But Ami, I also recall asking him but sir, in your tete-a-tete with the BBM in that big chair, you said that nobody was arrested for his political beliefs. I didn't say that. No, sir, you did. I didn't say that. No, sir, it's on tape.
Kaya nga, meron yung mga ganon. May mga ganon. Kaya yung sinasabi mo na cognitive decline as an excuse not to stand trial, mahirap-hirap yan, ganyan, lalo ganyan, malakas pa naman yung katawan. Dahil normally, yung brain, marami akong kilala kasing kaya pinag-aaralan ko yan. Yung normally, kapag yung brain mo talagang deteriorated, nakikita sa katawan. Nakikita yung sa katawan, pati yung katawan nagsishrink.
So you can see the external effect.
Meron siyang external manifestation. Lahat siya naapektuhan.
Yung mga politiko na nalink dito sa corruption scandal sa flood control, lahat sila, nakalimutan nila
Sabi ko nga
lahat sila. 100%.
Ang daming, Your Honor, I do not recall.
100%. Tsaka kaya, ang linaw-linaw, ang gumawa nito mga ghost project, mga ghost din.
Oo.
May
Kaya nga
dementia.
nag-aalala ko.
Mga ghost, mga multo rin, dahil walang umamin
Yan ang problema dyan. Pag pinagbigyan niyan, baka gamitin din dito sa atin. Nakatakot-takot na mga facing trial, sasabihin, may cognitive, kasi marami sa kanila mga senior na Di ba?
Kaya Ami,
tapos, isa pang bagay, pwede kang gumawa ng kalokohan at a certain age, sabihin mo, meron ng cognitive decline si daddy at si mami, di ba? Mahirap yan Kaya kailangan pag-aralan nila mabuti yan.
Kaya Ami, sa ICC, walang ganyang history
Yan ang nga sabi ng mga abogado.
Wala silang pinayagan na ganyan Mahigpit sila dyan.
Kaya nga. Saka, I'm sure, ang dami-dami senior na aging society doon sa Europe. Sanay sila dyan sa geriatric, medical conditions.
Okay.
Mahirap magano dyan.
There are medical tests to determine if a person has dementia or Alzheimer's, but it's important to understand that no single test can definitely diagnose Alzheimer's or most forms of dementia. So it's a battery of tests. a combination of tools to see if there is a problem. Like for example, medical history, symptom assessment, physical and neurological exams, including reflexes, coordination and balance, muscle tone and strength.
Yun na nga.
Eye movement, sensory function.
Yan,
Walang response eh.
Kahapon, makikita dapat kami ni Manny Mugato. Nakalimutan niya.
Yun lang. Iba naman dahilan nun siguro. Iba naman dahilan nun. Kay Mogs, hindi Alzheimer's, nakatulog lang yun. As well, blood test.
Nakalimutan mo daw at alam mong nakalimutan mo. Wala yon. It's just normal. Hindi naman lahat maalala mo eh.
Eto, Bok. To assess memory, attention, language, and problem solving, you have a mini mental state exam or MMSE, Montreal Cognitive Assessment, clock drawing test. Ano yun? Tapos, check for vitamin B12 deficiency, thyroid dysfunction, liver and kidney problems. Also, brain imaging through MRI, CAT scan, PET scan, and DAT scan. Daming tests.
Dami. Alam ko dati, pinupukpuk lang yung tuhod, di ba? Pinupukpuk yung tuhod.
Sa cartoons lang yun eh.
Hindi naman yun sa iba naman yung reflection, hindi naman yun dyan sa
Sa cartoons lang yun eh.
Okay. Bata ako, napapanood ko sa kanya eh, sa Looney Tunes.
So, we're trying to get somebody from one of... We'll have Christina Conti in a while, or is she already here?
Yes. She's there.
Yeah, she's here nata. Let's bring her in.
She's here na.
Magandang hapon, Attorney Conti, ICC accredited lawyer.
Hi, Attorney.
Hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Thank you for joining us. Ma'am, a lot of questions about itong motion or petition ng defense and its implications or ramifications. Number one, on the case before the ICC. Number two, on whatever happens here in the Philippines. Kasi a lot of people are going to be observing this. Eh. Sabi nga ni Ami, may epekto yan sa atin
lahat
dito.
Lahat yan, magkakademensya yan.
Parang may demensya na rito yung mga tao.
Hindi, dito marami na. Baka nga ginagaya sa ni Digong yung mga nandito ngayon.
Willful dementia ba yun? But let's start off with the Hague. Are we aware of what kinds of tests have already been done and by whom? In other words, have tests been done by the ICC themselves, or are they just relying or going to rely on medical experts provided by, or medical results provided by the defense?
Certainly, they will not rely on just the defense experts. Kasi ang dyan, hindi yan independent. So far, the defense says they have requested for and were granted by the detention facility opportunity to have a CT scan and an MRI. Tapos, meron din binabanggit na nakapagpa-examine sa isang psychiatric or psychologist who determined he is unfit for trial. That is the basis of the request to adjourn. Pero kumontra na dito yung prosecution kasi experts nyo lang yan. And although the ICC detention facility, na-concern yung ICC detention facility bandang July, sabi nila, teka, baka mamaya kung anong ipasabi nito ng defense. And so, they also commissioned, they had an anonymous expert check on him. The findings of that expert, hindi pa rin nakadisclose to the defense, was that one, there was a decline in memory. Second, there was a decline in executive functioning. And then third, that there was a decline in wait, let me check. May notes ako eh. Pero anyway, hindi nila inabot yung that he is unfit for trial. Na medyo nakakalimot lang. Siguro hindi na kumbaga, yung executive functioning, parang yung habang kumakain, kumbaga may sala-sala na dyan. So, niisip namin, with that ICC detention facility expert, refraining or kumbaga hindi niya sinagad na unfit for trial na ito. It means that he's generally okay. And it was only, and so it appears, it was only the defense quote-unquote expert who said that he is unfit for trial. And so, itong panahon na ito sa totoo, ang pagkakataon para sa ICC na either, one, appoint independent experts. In other cases, they've appointed a panel. Or order further tests. Or two, for the prosecution can also ask that they can also appoint an expert or have access to the CT scan, MRI, and other tests done on Duterte and have their own expert examine that. So, waiting kami sa kung ano magiging instruction ng ICC kasi, kumbaga, nagkakandalituhan na eh. Kung sa punto ng biktima, ang nakikita namin, yung mga statement ng mga kaanak, ng mga anak, okay daw. 2 days ago, sabi nga ni Kitty, is there anything to worry about the president? Wala. And that he is alive and healthy. So, ang hirap nito, sabi nga ng mga Rise Up mothers, wala ba silang GC? O kaya, wala mang GC. Eh naku, may nagpapanggap lang dito.
Sorry, si Ronald, hindi marunong gumamit ng cellphone si Ronald. Biglang lumakas yung audio niya.
Sorry, attorney.
Okay lang po.
Biglang tumunog.
Pero yun, so, ang ano niyan ay,
May problema nito si Ronald.
ba talaga? Sino paniniwalaan namin? Yung abogado o yung mga anak?
But,
Payat si Kitty.
Attorney, pag sinabi dinenay yung indefinite na postponement, anong ibig sabihin nun? May time frame ba yung definite? No? May panahon ba yan?
Ayun lang. Technically, wala. Walang binigay na time frame yung ICC and I don't want to, kumbaga, preempt them. But, as a general rule, the status of a detainee should and could be checked every 120 days. So, actually, sa issue ng mga nadideclare na sa ngayon, sabi natin, to be clear, there is no declaration that is unfit for trial. Ang sabi lang ng ICC, wag muna nating ituloy yung judges, wag muna nating ituloy yung September 23 habang inaalam natin at kinukumpirma natin. Mas ganon. Wala pa pong nagsasabi na unfit for trial siya maliban sa defense experts. Kaya itong panahon sana ay para alamin kung paano nga ba siya. Ang prosecution sabi nila, di sige, magpa-test na tayo, magpa-check up na tayo, go. At sana ma-reset natin itong confirmation of charges hearing within 2025. Huwag nang ipasa next year. Total, pwede naman.
But attorney,
meron bang precedent yan? May precedent ba na ginamit siyang cognitive decline to evade the ICC prosecution?
Yung cognitive impairment and decline, parang medyo bago. Kasi yung previous cases, I have to check again, but the previous cases, cite similar, kumbaga citing similar mental constraints ay PTSD.
Yes.
Okay? So, yung iba may PTSD, yung iba meron, kumbaga they cannot look at the documents or look at the materials, yung ebidensya. Kaya hindi siya makapagpasya or hindi siya fit for trial. Yung isa parang citing parang mental incapacity because of his own experience as a child soldier. Mga hindi ito umubra. So itong cognitive impairment, medyo bago considering the age. Siya naman talaga ay isa sa pinakamatandang humarap sa ICC. Kaya bago itong, kumbaga, first intake sa kanya, 80 na siya eh. Yung iba, medyo bata-bata, tumanda na lang sa loob. Ito, medyo una kung nakita na pagkakasabing ganyan. Sa ibang kaso, meron na rin ganyan. Kung hindi man sa ICC, sa ICTY, ICTR, mga matatanda na. And you could imagine, in the Nuremberg trials, there were many who were older when they were arrested.
Yeah.
Tinry nilang i-cite ito, pero hindi rin umubra. Kasi yung fitness to stand trial, technically, it's not just a medical construct, it's not a medical idea. Kumbaga, hindi ka kukuha ng excuse slip sa doktor lang eh. This is a legal construct. And in one of the cases, yung test nga nila, even a deaf mute. So, bingi at tipe, pwedeng plea, either for guilty or not guilty, pwedeng makaparticipate sa trial basta naiintindihan niya. Kasi pwede siyang mag-sign language. Kaya inaabangan namin to kung paano to i-appreciate. Again, it's not just a medical issue, it's technically a legal construct.
Pero yung mga statements po ng family, like for example, Kitty Duterte down the line, could these statements be used at all by, for example, the prosecution if only to challenge or cast doubt on the findings of the defense medical team?
Hindi siya doktora.
Oh, well, certainly, the victims will use that. Kasi that's all we have. The prosecution actually would have access to some records already. Yung victims wala. Kaya kami, dun sa comment or observations on this motion. So, technically, the motion of the defense is an adjournment request for indefinite postponement. Gusto nila, hindi lang yung confirmation of charges, kundi kumbaga forever. Kasi, unfit nga for trial. Pero i-release namin yan. Bakit sabi ng mga kaanak? At the same time, the defense says, so the lawyers say that since June, July, they have been pressuring the ICC detention facility for medical tests. Pero at the same time, bumibisita yung mga kaanak, okay naman. In fact, at one time si Sara Duterte, when she went out, I think she talked about the case in a sense. Sabi niya, anong tingin ni Duterte sa kaso? Well, ang sabi niya ay, I just did what I had to do for the country.
Yeah.
For us, that means he understood that he was being asked about the case.
Pero attorney, kung
Saka
sakaling
attorney,
pinagbigyan yung...
marami kong kamag-anak na may cognitive decline. It doesn't happen overnight. Matagal na matagal yan. Hindi pwedeng you're fully cognitive 1 month ago. Bigla ka na lang, ay nakalimutan ko na lahat. Hindi pwede yun.
Yeah.
Hindi nangyayari yun. It's very, very gradual.
Slow burn.
Ulyanin din ako. Pero hindi ibig sabihin nun, kumbaga may cognitive decline na sa memory, hindi ibig sabihin, unfit for trial ako.
Yeah.
Because maybe I don't remember where I put my keys. I don't remember where I left this or that. That's cognitive, kumbaga, decline in memory. But
Kaya sa decline, hindi loss eh. Hindi naman cognitive loss yan. It's decline. It's not a cognitive loss, it's decline. It's a deterioration. It's very gradual.
Naaalala yan, yung tests lang talaga ang makapagsasabi kung nagpapanggap na walang naaalala.
Saka attorney, kung sakaling
Di ba aggravating circumstance yun?
yung indefinite adjournment, ang ibig sabihin kung sakaling pinagbigyan, ibig sabihin nun, tapos na yung kaso.
Archived ang kaso. Pero as I mentioned, they will have to check on the status of the suspect or accused every 120 days. Hindi yung sarado ang kaso, hindi talaga eh. Kasi again, they think of fitness as part of the entire fairness, kumbaga right to fair trial. Kumbaga para din sa akusado naman yon. Pero hindi naman ibig sabihin at the expense of the general public. Kasi kung palalayain mo yan ng basta-basta, abay kawawa naman yung general public. Meron ka nang mamamatay tao na inilabas mo na lang, meron ka pang mamamatay tao na hindi naaalala o hindi kayang makapag-isip ng tama. Kaya hindi mo alam kung yung baser instincts niya ay kakaiba. Kaya kailangan i-balance yung interests niya at nung general public and their safety.
Meron kasi mga serial killer na pag pinayagang lumabas, gumagaling eh. Biglang gagaling.
Ay,
alam mo yun? May pelikulang gano'n, Ed. Panood mo yan?
Hindi.
Napanood ko yung Dexter
Nag-plead ng insanity eh. So, pinalabas. So, paglabas, naging serial killer ulit. No?
Yung pala yung kanyang cure.
So, yun, actually, kailangan ding i-treat kasi actually, medyo kailangan ito ng defense na tingnan. Ang fitness to stand trial, hindi siya minsanang inaalam. Kaya ngayong sinasabi ng ICC, every 120 days, aalamin yan. Hindi siya static, yan ay dynamic. Kaya hindi yung ngayon, unfit to stand trial, pero bukas, baka pwede na. Parang ganon. Kaya, kailangang i-check at posibleng kung ngayon, ganito ang nararamdaman niya, yung ICC can do whatever it could to alleviate the circumstances. In fact, I remember Kitty Duterte again telling the public or telling yung sa mga interviews niya sa labas. So telling the public that while she was visiting, a medical officer ba or a custodial officer came into the room and asked her and her father what Duterte's favorite song genre was. So parang tinatanong, pag magpapatugtog po ba kami, ano ba ang makaka-relax sa tatay niyo? Sinagot niya, nakalimutan ko kung ano pero parang Frank Sinatra ba or something. So, ginagawa nila ang lahat ng paraan para umaluan ang kanyang adjustment doon sa ICC facility. And I would imagine, it's been a few months, so he knows how it goes inside. Ang naisip na lang talaga namin yung weather. Yung weather ang a-adjustan niya, pero itong mga nakaraang buwan, summer mainit din naman daw sa The Hague. Kaya ngayong patakbo ng winter, autumn at saka winter, ito na yung palamig. Kaya yun yung hindi ko alam kung kakayanin. Kasi alam ko yung mga matatanda ayaw na ng malamig.
Parang si Reg,
Paris ba din dyan yung
attorney, si Reg kasi normal most of the time. Pag pinapanood niya yung hearing sa House tsaka sa Senate, nagiging unhinged siya.
Nilalamig kasi nilalamig.
Nagbabago yung kanyang katauhan.
Ganon.
First of all,
hindi siya
I am so sorry.
static.
I'm so sorry to be so late. Wala na ako. I mean, I've used all sorts of adjectives to describe traffic in Metro Manila, pero ngayon, konting ulan lang. I'm sure you've all experienced it. Konting ulan lang.
So,
Everything becomes
so sino si mo? Si Vince Dizon o si Vince Dizon? Paano yung traffic? Dati
DPWTR or
baha ngayon. So siya lang sisisi mo. Wala nang iba.
Well, tawagan nga natin. But anyways, I'm sure you've dissected the...
But may pahabol sana ako
sige, go.
Ma'am, kasi you mentioned a while ago that they had an anonymous expert check on Duterte. I forget what phrase he used parang an ICC accredited medical expert. What exactly was that guy who checked on him na hindi defense?
I think it was a psychologist. So an anonymous expert who checked on his mental state or mental capacity. The other tests that were done were CT scan, medical diagnostics. Pero itong expert, sinasabi, there was a decline in memory, there was a decline in executive function, pero hindi naman niya inabot yung unfit to stand trial. And I would say that this is a psychiatrist or a psychologist.
Attorney, normal yan. Ang testing yan for mental stress na mga nakakulong. Ang tanong ko lang, meron bang risk na inaano din yung defense doon? I mean, kung sakasakaling malaman na nagpapanggap lang pala na may cognitive decline, pwede ba yung ma-consider na aggravating circumstance?
Technically, hindi. In the sense that it's the defense lawyers making these statements. It's not, kumbaga, it's not Duterte saying, I'm stupid or I'm baliw na ako. Hindi naman siya pa yung nagsasabi noon. Kaya maybe Attorney Kaufman, Nicholas Kaufman, could be held to some extent to account based on his code of ethics requirements. Kaya lang, or obligations. Kaya lang, of course, Kaufman will always say that, I'm just relying on the statements of the experts. So at this point, I don't see, kumbaga, that high level of malice yet until we see the factual statements. Because even the victims would say, oo nga naman, matanda na yan, talagang nakakalimot na Ang nire-referan nila yung mga lola nila. Yung mga lola, si lola hindi na nakakaano. Tapos, yung isa nga sinasabi, yung incontinence.
Pero matagal mangyari nga yun It's gradual
Yeah.
But decline is gradual.
Parang maiisip nila na oo nga pwede, pero naiintindihan pa rin nila. Mas yun naman yung importante. Naiintindihan ba nila yung charges? Naiintindihan ba nila kung anong nangyayari? Kung oo, dapat tuloy ang kaso. Kung incontinent, yun yung iniisip ng mga mag-diaper na lang daw. Kung hindi talaga kaya, mag-online. At in fact, sa confirmation of charges hearing, kahit nga absent pwedeng matuloy yan. Because it's not even trial yet. Sa confirmation of charges, 2 days ago, September 9, naganap ang confirmation of charges against an absent suspect. And by the rules, a
Was this-
suspect can even waive appearance during confirmation of hearing, confirmation of charges hearing.
Was this the Coney
Kaya-
case, attorney? I think this
Sorry?
was this the Coney case?
Yes, the Coney case, the
yeah.
Joseph Coney case, was the first time that
Yeah.
the ICC proceeded with the confirmation of charges hearing without the suspect in custody. Because they understand that, well, they need to have a measure of justice for the victims. And Coney has not been seen for so long. Sabi nila, total confirmation of charges pa lang naman to. Hindi pa ito yung arraignment talaga. Kasi sa arraignment, kailangan mo yung akusado para babasahin mo yung sakdal,
How you
sabihin
plead.
niya, guilty or not guilty. Yeah. Ito wala pa. Ang mag-aaway dito, mga abogado. Kaya kaya ni Duterte na mag-participate sa confirmation of charges hearing through his lawyers.
I guess you guys have dissected what deteriorating cognitive condition means, no? So I'll zoom out a little bit, attorney, and ask you what you made of this legal strategy of Attorney Kaufman. I heard someone say ito talaga yung tactic niya. He is going to throw every motion he can at the case to see if he could delay it. So we've seen motions for deferment, motions for adjournment, motions for postponement, and so on and so forth.
Kailangan justify yung bayad.
What did you make of it?
Well, yes. On one end, I would tend to agree that there are dilatory tactics on his part na parang halos every month talaga may fina-file. May that was the defense request, defense challenge to jurisdiction. June, it was interim release. July, it was, I think, a flavor of the month nun, the prosecutor, and so on. Consistently, the defense has filed motions every month pertaining to this case. This we kind of anticipated because, to be frank, we don't see any defense that Duterte could raise during trial. He has to stop to win, he has to stop the proceedings. Kumbaga, huwag na tayong mag-trial kasi wala na akong ilalabas na baraha. Lahat ng alas mo, ngayon mo na ilabas para hindi matuloy yung trial. Among Duterte's defenses would have been alibi, would have been mental incapacity, under duress, self-defense. But the defense has already said they need to manifest this, that they will not avail of those defenses. And so we see no other option or other defense for the defense. Alangan naman sabihin nila, hindi nila alam. Alangan sabihin nila, ay nagkamali pala kami or it was not that intended. There is plenty of evidence to say that he knew what was happening, he intended the consequences, and that he wanted to take full responsibility. Saan kalulugar doon?
Attorney, pwede bang defense ang depression?
If it makes you unfit to stand trial. So yung unfit to stand trial, again, it's not a medical situation, it's more a legal construct. Ang ibig sabihin lang kasi niyan ay, so I do not understand what I'm hearing or I don't understand the charges. And then two, I cannot communicate or I cannot, kumbaga, contest the charges. Hindi ko kayang mag-participate. Posibleng naiintindihan ko pero hindi ako makaparticipate. So, if depression, kumbaga, is too severe that you cannot participate or you cannot follow the proceedings, baka. Pero unlikely, because
Bihira
I
yan,
always seen depression as meron kang, kumbaga, hindi ka naman tipong nag-hibernate sa depression. Diba? Parang there are some functions that you do.
Yes.
Kumbaga, nakakain ka pa rin naman, nakaka-toothbrush, and so forth. So, hindi siya fully incapacitating.
So you think the goal now is to stop the proceedings at all costs because they're out of cards. Have you ever seen that work? Have you ever seen that tactic work in any other case?
Never.
Well, no.
Never.
For the ICC and other tribunals, they've always
Never
put
pala.
a premium on the victims. Kumbaga, how do we see justice for the victims? And the minimum is at least we get a sense of what has happened. So, truth-seeking. And in some instances na sa tingin nila parang yung akusado ay hindi na naintindihan, hindi na naintindihan, hindi na nakaparticipate, they will bend over backwards. And fortunately, the accused so far in the ICC, when arrested, kumbaga hindi sila inaresto they were not bedridden. Hindi sila inaresto sa kama, sa ospital, wala pang ganon so far. And I'm pretty sure they will bend over backwards to make sure that their detainees will be alive and well to stand trial.
Yeah. Kasi kahit suicidal, hindi ka pagbibigyan na mag-back out sa prosecution eh.
Oh, hindi.
If you are babantayan ka lang na huwag ka mag-suicide. Yan lang.
Sa ICC, may
isa
dalawa
pong
na
experience
nag-suicide,
dyan,
attorney? May dalawang nag-commit ng suicide sa ICC. During trial.
Pero hindi sila, hindi ka absuelto na, hindi ka na, it doesn't mean you cannot stand trial.
Ang nangyayari, because of the experience, they will, kumbaga, take precautions. Kaya yung isang nagpamatay, yung may tinake na
babantayan ka.
pill ba yun, na cyanide. Ngayon, kakapkapan ka na, hindi ka, wala kang pwedeng, kumbaga sisiguraduhin nila na wala kang hawak o wala kang bitbit na kung ano man na poison o nakamamatay na bagay.
Okay na.
Okay.
So, okay na.
Okay.
Okay. Attorney Cristina Conti, maraming salamat for joining us this afternoon.
Salamat, attorney.
Thank you very
Attorney.
much, Ina.
Thank you,
Salamat.
attorney.
So ikaw, papatas ka namin?
Si Reg, parang ako eh. Sa conference, pag fashionably late ako,
Oh.
pag-upo ko pa lang, yung conference nila Dindo Manhid, ADR, ang moderator si Richard Hidaria. Pag umumpa ko, fashionably late. No?
Fashionably talaga.
Pagdating ko, ask agad ako ng kamay.
Yun.
Oo, tanong kagad ako.
Hindi mo makatingin na.
Tanong kagad. No? Di ba? Hindi halatang late.
Baka magka-bloodshed dito.
Did you just compare me to you?
Hindi halatang late. No?
It's a Friday.
Para hindi halatang late.
Oo, taas kagad ng kamay. Tanong kagad.
Hindi. So,
Tanong kagad, di ba?
so what?
Ano sa eskwelahan, no?
Para hindi
Raw
halatang.
form.
So, okay. So, what is the big takeaway here?
Sorry.
Potentially tanggapin. I mean, it all comes down to yung independent assessment ng ICC prosecutor, correct? Ng psychologist.
Yes,
ICC.
pero ayun nga, sa history kasi ng ICC, never pa nangyari yan. Yun yung isa. Kaya pinapaliwanag nga ng Attorney Conti, kahit deaf and mute, ay tuloy ang trial, kahit may sakit, kahit absent, tuloy ang trial.
Kahit wala dyan.
Dahil confirmation pa lang naman yan eh.
Hindi ka nga raw kailangan
But
nandun.
it's not clear at this point when they would postpone it to, no?
Yeah.
Wala
Okay,
pang
yun nga yung
date.
tanong namin.
Oh.
Walang
Yeah.
naka-fix na gano'n. Yung tanong namin kanina.
Limited, all we know is it's a limited time.
Pero nireject na
different.
yung unlimited.
Kasi
yun ang nireject.
ang petition is for indefinite adjournment. When you say adjournment, that's like
Throughout
goodbye.
the case.
Tapos
Yeah,
na,
archive
diba?
the case.
Yun ang nireject.
Hindi daw pinagbigyan yung indefinite. Di ba sinabi sa atin ng isa pang abogado?
Oh, well, I
Hindi ko
suppose
pinagbigyan
even
yung indefinite,
the
it's
word
unlimited.
adjournment, they bulked that Kasi when you adjourn,
Parang Senate
Suspended
archiving.
lang siya.
Pero unawain nyo naman si Kaufman. Lahat gagawin niya, di ba?
Siyempre, that's what a defense lawyer does.
That is the job of a defense lawyer. That's
Lahat gagawin niya, di ba?
he's gonna have to throw everything at it. I'm just wondering whether there's a larger strategy behind it or sige na, lahat na lang ng kinds of paperwork will file.
Sinusubukan nila lahat.
Ang tawag dyan, tayang pato na eh. Dapat nakataya na lahat ng pato mo. Dahil pag nagsimula na yung kaso, delikado na eh, di ba? Lahat gawin mo na. No, lahat gawin mo na. Tawag doon sa kanto, tayang pato.
Okay. So
Kung
in
hindi mo
short,
alam, dahil lasal ka.
in short, every night nagta-type sila yung team niya. That's all they do every
sa
day.
kanila, hedging your bets yun.
Yan.
Hedging your bets. So.
All in, all in.
Has been English, man.
Or all in, all in.
Another way of saying it, namamangka sa dalawang ilog.
Hindi.
Or hindi.
Parang hindi.
Parang hindi.
Ginagamit lang na lahat
bumalik ka na lang sa kweba mo.
kasi baka sabihin naman nila Sara bakit hindi mo, you didn't do everything to stop it from
Sumusubok
proceeding
pa
to trial.
Yeah. Oo nga naman, Ami. Oo, that's true.
Sorry.
But speaking of Vice President Sara, I don't know if you guys read the news or, I mean, you included in the headlines na
Yung appropriations?
Oo, walang pumunta sa
They
staff.
tried to send an
Wala siya
ASEC,
ron,
an assistant secretary. So medyo na-insult.
Oh, in the end, may pumuntang ASEC. Kasi up until 3 p.m. walang tao eh. Walang staff.
Oo.
Yeah.
Dahil yung budget daw kasi, 900 million plus, parang mas maliit pa siya doon sa natalo sa casino eh. Kaya medyo affected sila.
That's a bit, nga naman, if you compare it like that.
But that's a big jump from 700,
Pero mas mataas pa rin yung naitalo sa casino. So.
But 20 million for travels, which
only for
7 million
security.
for foreign daw.
7 million for foreign, that's right.
Although
they kept saying na wala naman daw silang ginagamit na public funds for her travels abroad.
For her.
For
travels
her.
abroad. Meaning,
Pero hindi pa klaro
siya
at-
mismo.
Yung
Pero
security
she
niya
travels
meron.
in entourage eh.
Correct.
An official entourage eh. So, even if she spends for herself lang, I mean, her own ticket, well, may mga kailangan siyang kasama.
mas marami yung kasama niya.
Ayun nga eh.
So,
Mas marami yun.
and
Pero alam ko yung position nila dyan sa budget, kaya ayaw na nilang humarap eh. Di ba ang position nila, bigay nyo na lang sa amin kung na gusto na ibigay sa amin.
that doesn't mean though that pwede na silang wag nang humarap, right? That's
Yes, you have to explain di ba? Every
up.
agency has to explain your budget proposal.
Correct.
Because it is.
Saka
her
pag
budget
humarap ka
proposal.
kasi, baka kung ano pang makita eh. Baka magkamali ka pa ng paliwanag, di ba? Et cetera, et cetera. Kaya,
Yeah, because it's the right of Congress to ask, why are you asking for this? How much, where did you spend your
Interrogate
ka dyan
eh.
budget?
It's the right of the people to know.
Kasi kapareho kahapon, tingnan nyo, yung Commission on Audit. Ano nangyari? Sumabit tuloy yung ano. Sumabit yung commissioner tuloy. Hindi ba?
Di ba
That was
na?
a budget, that was a budget explanation, yung mga investigasyon na yon. Yung pala,
Nangyari siya.
kalabas-labas, yung misis pala niya, merong ano, naungkat tuloy na yung misis niya, merong flood control project pala.
Ito yung question ko sa...
ako never ako nag-present ng budget eh.
never ka nag-present.
Dahil sobrang liit.
Sa OP, sa Office of President.
sobrang liit ng political
back
affairs.
then.
Ha?
Maliit lang back then. Kahit na, whether that's
Ngayon mas
whether
maliit.
that's
Ngayon mas
50
maliit.
million or 50,000, you still have to go and explain.
Ngayon mas maliit. Dahil walang tao for 3 years. Yung position
Oo
ko.
nga, walang pop-up.
So, hindi ko pala kailangan.
So, kaya nga insignificant, pwedeng i-dispose.
Yung pala yun.
Maybe that's why ang daming cabinet changes. You never know, right? Maybe, I mean, if you were getting better advice.
Oh, di ba?
Parang, that was almost a compliment.
Oo nga eh.
I mean,
Almost.
I don't mean you. I mean in general.
Almost, binawi pa. Almost na nga,
Okay
binawi
na
pa.
sana yung biyernes eh.
Baka sabihin na...
Almost na nga, binawi pa.
Baka sabihin, kino-compliment ko siya. Pero when you think about it, di ba? I mean, if you were getting good, solid political advice, magkakamali ka ba sa appointments or it'll minimize yung appointments?
Sorry, Ami, it's a Friday. medyo
Pero balitaan mo na kami, sino na yung yung sa Independent Commission?
Well,
Ayaw sumagot
sigurado
ni
ko,
Tony
hindi si
Carpio.
Torre, no? Si Babes, posible. Si Bernabe, posible. No? Si
Tony
Magalong,
Carpio.
parang hindi na.
Si
Parang-
Carpio ba
Wala
would be
daw politiko wala daw
Parang hindi
politician.
na si Magalong, no? Si Carpio, lumalabas yung pangalan, pero...
Pero would that be a good choice? Kasi he's identified, he's identified with a certain color, political color. And so whatever he does, whether rightly or wrongly, may
Carpio?
rejection na kagad isang grupo yan.
baka, kaya nga. Tsaka baka takot yung iba na si Justice Carpio ay hindi kayang manduhan. No? Yung meron siyang sariling posisyon. So, depende. No? Dapat lumabas na today yan eh. Overdue na
Oo
eh.
nga.
Actually,
Marami yatang natatakot na to take on the job, lalo 10 years, 10 years.
Pero may debate yan, Ami,
Stress
dahil
yung nakakaaway
nakalagay
mo.
dun sa executive order ay pwedeng mag-subpoena. Alam ko, kailangan ng
Yes.
batas dun eh.
Oo nga
Para
eh.
gawin yun eh.
Oo nga eh.
Kailangan
Hindi
pala
kaya
ng
ng
judge.
executive order lang yun eh.
Can
Kaya
you
nung-
hold anybody, can you put anybody in jail for refusing to attend to your
Oo.
subpoena if
Kaya nga
you're
nung
not
nabasa
naman
ko,
a
sabi ko,
quasi-judicial
pwede ba
body?
to? Pwede ba to? Kaya pagdedebatihan pa nila yan, kung pwede talaga yung subpoena powers. Dahil alam ko, kailangan ng batas doon.
maybe that's why they need the justices.
Kaya ang problema mo, papayagan ba ng Congress yan? Sila yung mga sabit doon.
Kaya nga naman.
Oo.
That's a good point.
Baka wala na mangyari yan po. Baka 2028 na, wala pa tayong batas dyan.
Oo. Baka hindi lang 2028.
Kayo naman. It's a step in the right direction at least.
Oh, hindi. Walang kukontra ron. Ang kwal lang, yung nakalagay kasi doon sa EO, may subpoena powers. Kaya napakwa lang ako. Pwede ba yun?
Kasi if you don't have subpoena powers, how will you get people to attend?
Correct.
Yeah.
Oh, correct.
So it's a...
How can you subpoena documents even?
Correct. Oo.
Ayun pa, it's supposed to be able to subpoena bank records and
Without going through the whole procedure.
Income tax returns.
Sabi ko nga kanina
Hindi mo pwedeng hingin yung basta-basta eh.
Sabi ko nga kanina, baka pwedeng i-subcontract na lang yung subpoena powers doon sa... yung may subpoena powers. Doon
Sa
sa
MLC.
Subcontract, di ba?
Wala nang
Oo.
parang...
Tinutugtugan na kayo ng ano.
Okay, that's all we have for today. Thank you so much for joining StoryCon. I'm Ipamidon, Editor-in-Chief of the Philippine Star, Ronald Llamas, a resident political pundit. Join us again Monday, 4 p.m. for StoryCon. I'm Regina Lay.
I'm Ed Lingao. We are One News, all sides, all the time. Happy weekend.
Happy weekend.
This is the Story Conference Group or the StoryCon Group.